In this video, we will look at civil sexual abuse lawsuits in Maryland. Anyone who has been the victim of sexual abuse in Maryland can file a civil lawsuit and get significant financial compensation. Sexual abuse or sexual assault is defined as any non-consensual sexual touching, and it can range from forcible rape to groping. Abuse victims can bring a civil lawsuit regardless of whether criminal charges were ever brought or even if they never even told anyone about the abuse. To file a civil lawsuit, victims simply need to be willing to testify about the abuse under oath. The individual person who committed the abuse or assault is always a potential defendant in a civil lawsuit. In many cases, however, that individual probably won't have enough money to pay a verdict or settlement, or they may already be dead or in jail. To succeed in a sex abuse lawsuit, plaintiffs need to bring negligence claims against third parties with deep pockets, such as schools, churches, or corporations. These third parties can be held liable if the victim can show that they were somehow negligent in preventing the sexual abuse or failing to protect the victim. Maryland has the most favorable laws in the country when it comes to civil lawsuits for sexual abuse. In 2023, a new Maryland law called the Child Victims Act took effect, which eliminated the statute of limitations for all past and future civil lawsuits based on child sexual abuse. This gave thousands of victims the ability to file lawsuits for sexual abuse that occurred in their past. Although the constitutionality of this new law is currently being challenged, most lawyers expect the law to be upheld by the Maryland Supreme Court before the end of the year. Maryland sex abuse lawsuits can have a very high potential settlement value, especially if there are viable negligence claims against a third-party defendant such as a church or school. The Maryland Child Victims Act has led to a growing wave of sex abuse lawsuits against defendants such as the Catholic Church, various schools, and juvenile detention centers in Maryland such as the Hickey School. Our firm represents victims of sexual abuse in Maryland. If you have a potential claim, call us today at 800-553-8082 for a free case evaluation.